And there are some who couldn't be here for one reason or another. They're too far and too distant, and we sort of remember them. And we also remember the fact that our family is very much spread around the globe, and that, you know, within the next couple of days they'll depart rather quickly again. But nevertheless, we're all here tonight together for a very special occasion. And to Tom, Marie, Ray, John, I say a very welcome to this special event. And it's terrific to have you all here together tonight. And I'm enjoying this moment, really am. If I was to name individuals, I think I'd be on dangerous ground. But I think to anybody who has been a special friend to Nellie and Jack over the years, and I think you yourselves will know, whereas you're all very good friends, there are obviously in their lives one or two or three people who are grafters and who are always there on beck and call. And I'm not going to name them individually. You'll know by the actions you've done, whether you've set their hair, or whether you've come and given them a lift, or whether you've cleaned up the house, or whatever you did. And on behalf of all of us, we say thank you very profoundly for all those special, if you like, attentions that you've given to Mum and Dad over the years. So thank you one and all, from all of us. I think what's special about tonight is that we're celebrating, and it's terrific to be here celebrating a very happy occasion. And a little idea that emerged during the week, at short notice I'm afraid, was that we would sort of have a retrospective look at the lives of Nellie and Jack, insofar as we could get a hold of some photographs, and that is no easy matter, believe me.
Believe me!
When you're dealing with a mother who will not reveal her age, isn't this true? Never has. And we still wonder what the date of birth is. All we know is that on the 22nd of October 1947, this great occasion happened, which brings us all here tonight, 50 years later. What age am I, 51 or 49?
That could be a very serious
question. Actually, I was 49 this week, would you believe, the 20th of October, and I was 49, so...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Frano. Happy birthday to you.
It's great when you get what you paid for, isn't it? Now, what I'm going to do is throw up a few photographs, and I think I'm going to give you a little bit of assistance maybe from one or two. Jack and Nellie, you might be able to throw a word or two on these.
Did you get special permission for this?
Francis?
Let's just have a... No. From what I know, these are my great-grandparents, our great-grandparents on the Kilmallock side, is that right?
Yeah.
And maybe you'd like to put a name or two there.
That's my daddy, Tom Prendergast. And my mammy from Ballyork, where Sister Anna Gorey came from. And her name was Bridget Moynihan. Right? In the village of Ballyork, that was in the year 1900.
What's the year? 1900.
Yeah.
I think that photograph proves that we didn't come from sheep stealers. Just look at the aristocracy there. Isn't it fantastic? Isn't it fantastic?
Spoken Nellie oil, Tom.
I don't know about you, but when I look back on my wedding day photograph, I run away. And I'm sure you're all the same, are you? And you're not seeing any of those tonight, believe me.
Fine looking couple. I must confess, I'm impressed. The jeans are there. They're not Levi's, but they're there. Whale of a woman.
Well, this is the old home. It's interesting that Nellie is, how many years in Dublin City?
Oh, that's 60, I'm sure.
60 years, and she still talks about going home. Now, I can't figure this out at all.
Yes.
But that's the famous or infamous Cahara, where the family grew up. And just down that pathway, across the road, and you're into the River Shannon. And I'm sure a few of them did stumble down into the River Shannon from time to time.
They stumbled out.
But that's the old farmhouse, it's still there, and I think it's a bit of a pilgrimage for many of the families still, and they do love to go back. And it's a very special place in all our hearts, because I know myself and cousins, Billy, Anne, Frankie, Tommy, Peter, some of them were not here, We all made these trips down to Glyn for the summer holidays. The Gurriers were put out of Dublin City and sent down to Glyn to be civilised and have manners put on them for a couple of weeks. And we all remember that very well, didn't we? And do you remember me and Anne in a hayrick once? Do you remember that, Anne?
You dirty slow.
Hay.
You
No, sorry, I didn't mean that.
You dirty slow.
Now, this photograph on the right here, I'm not sure whether he's doing security guard out some sites, some premises. Is he in his underpants? Or is he, as he once told us, did he play for Limerick?
Yeah. That was in a visit to North Ireland when I had to defend myself.
Do you know the year of that one?
1940.
1940, right in the middle of the war.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Them were the days.
So presumably you were defending the country against the Germans, or did you have any intention? And I think when you look at these two pictures, you'd wonder what the hell did she see in him?
I was the
She was going for the ball.
By the way, feel free to join in this. It's a free for all.
I was young.
God, Ma, you were a fine looking thing.
Was this a state car? Was this a state car?
De Valera's.
And we now know it was a rainy day, I think. Was it? Ah, yes. Yeah, looks a little bit wet. Tell us after the church, where did you go? So we don't want all the details, just some.
Out to Bray, I think.
You're certainly braid, all right. That's Tooley on the right. Huh?
Sorry?
That's Tooley on the right, isn't it? Yeah.
That's my sister, Annie Tolan there.
That's right. Yeah.
And
Who's that there?
Is it? Ma? Was that Jack Prendeville?
Timmy Welch.
Timmy Welch. Who was Timmy Welch?
He's on the stove.
And there's Frankie Tolan there. What? Yes, Frankie Tolan.
Where?
Where's Frankie?
I'm not there.
Oh, yeah.
The blurred image.
Just a little bird.
Francis, can you put the previous one back on? Because I didn't get on the video. The previous one. But the battery ran out. Just the one before. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. White.
Uncle Donald and Uncle Sean.
He was an intelligent man.
That's Aunt Julian, Daddy.
Where?
You were all very tall then.
It's Patsy on the right. And Mary on the left.
And Mary.
Mary. Step it up, Mary, my fine daughter.
Okay, Tom?
Yeah, thank you.
Marie, you think of anything. I never knew this.
Oh, look at this.
Let them have cake, she said.
Hey, wow.
No wonder they could only afford to go to Bray.
Was that from the Boston Bakery, I wonder?
Do you remember which hotel it was in? It better be Wynn's.
When was the bed then?
Where was it? In the city, in the city centre?
In the house.
In the house? Really?
Upstairs.
That was the fashion in those days.
They said,
That's the way it was done.
And the money were there, can you remember?
The cake was handmade. I had a hand in making that.
Have a look at the icing. Absolutely amazing.
Who did you hurl for? Limerick or Canada?
Get my again, Limerick. And Limerick.
Are you happy with the answer, Anne? Are you happy with that answer?
I'm not going too fast.
No. And can you believe that this evening we have the very same cake right on the right-hand side? Oh my God, you were a sex idol. Play girl standing out. What was under that jacket, Ma?
Well, I tell you, growing up as kids, none of us and I mean none of us, and I'm sure this applies to you, ever knew where our brothers came from or sisters came from. They just arrived.
With
They
boxes,
just arrived.
boxes of chocolates.
John is in charge of the board.
So I guess that was the origin of miracles, wasn't it?
It was
They just
Adam.
arrived on earth.
The original Adam and Eve.
Anyway, there are the result of the arrivals. Actually, the old jacket's pretty fashionable now, isn't it?
Yes, we've still got it. Val's got it in the warehouse at the back.
It has never been cleaned.
Now you're a
That's
fan of
taken in number 18, isn't it?
That's Marie in the go-kart.
That's Marie. Marie was often referred to as a surprise.
She still is.
Still a bit of a surprise. Who is that long, lean streak of misery here?
He's from Ethiopia.
I'm feeling a bit fatter than that now tonight. And Tom and John. And no doubt that was taken out. God Almighty, could have been in Skerries, could it?
No, Bray, south side. I
Great
think,
notes.
yeah. South side, if I remember.
Free.
God, we were handsome then. Oh, God.
I put this up so that you can ridicule me.
And who's holding up the bell? Is this your
There's John. After they, I have a very dangerous brother-in-law in here. Just don't listen to a word he says.
God, you were a hippie then, Francis.
How many wedding photographs were taken at Iona under the bell? I think we all had them. But I suppose that was a bit of an old Margaret Thatcher look about her there, isn't there?
He's referring to you now.
But this is my dear darling wife, Paula, a native of Hollybank Road, not very far from where we lived. What's interesting is, as a student, I used to deliver the Christmas mail for sort of an extra job, and little did I know I was delivering mail to 111 Hollybank Road for 1 or 2 Christmases, destined to marry that woman eventually.
You did well.
There's Maria stuck in there. And Maureen and Donald, who sadly can't be with us tonight, but there they are. And by God, there is my sister-in-law, Marie Kennedy.
Looking over the shoulders.
Yes.
The small people are really Maria saying.
And Paula's parents, Madge and Colin.
Madge, Colin, yeah.
This is just a small sample of the little, slightly larger group that was at the wedding at the time.
Everything
Eileen Kennedy. Okay.
nice.
Auntie Maureen and Fidelma. That's right. That's Raymond. And who would that be hiding behind Auntie Maureen?
That's Mama, yeah.
That's
Is
right.
it?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, she got a good shot there.
got good eyesight.
I recognise the hat.
Well said, Phil.
Is that it? Is that it?
Not too many more.
No, this is excellent. Ma, you were stunning. I'll give you that.
Father Cleary made mention of a special event in Jack's life, and I just threw that one in there because it does kind of capture a moment which only in a very small way reflects the enormous amount of work that this man does locally in the parish. He's out there on a bicycle with a ladder attached, buckets, spades and shovels, going around the neighbourhood planting and digging where nobody asks him to do it. Putting corporation men out of work. And I think for all these sort of civic efforts, he, I think rightly, sort of earned this little accolade from the parish. And it was a nice thought, and it was very nice of Father Cleary to mention that.
You come back with a paper letter, otherwise you're dead.
Poking fun at myself. Isn't it interesting how, you know, an eldest son, I'm not doing this trying to curry favour, but in an Irish mother's eyes, an eldest son is something special, to the point of embarrassment. I'll give you a good example of this. About 3 weeks ago, we were up in the house having tea, and we brought in a cake, as we sometimes do. And Nellie always tries to pay us for the cake. We usually end up losing that battle, you know. There's always a fiver slipped into the pocket somehow when you're going out the door. But cutting the cake up, Paula has a problem with my profile, which I'm holding in at the moment, but if you look at it sideways, it's not bad, but in more relaxed times, it's worse. And Paula insists that I only eat small amounts of cake. And the cakes were cut, put on plates and put out. Now Nellie, with her beady eye and very watchful eye for her elder son, saw that Paula had given me a smaller slice. What did she do? She went back to the cake, cut a double and put it on my plate and overruled her daughter-in-law.
I have no say.
Anyway, enough of that. That was a nice one that came in. And we just put those in because not only of their special association with the Loftus family, but I think going to weddings was very much part and parcel of their sort of senior life. They went to weddings with great gusto, dressed up and loved it. So any of you planning more weddings, don't forget to. They make very willing guests, and I think they give value for money. Absolutely.
Neil and John. Who's wedding? It's you. I have my glasses. Yeah, you're John.
And I'll finish on this one, because isn't it a remarkable tale that in their senior years they've been to Australia 3 times, and I think that's incredible. Marie and Ray, you've been very good to them down there, and any time they've been down there, you know, you've given them your bedroom, you've given them the house. Is that so?
You never gave them your bedroom. Not the bedroom, Ray,
And you
please.
slept in the shed. It's a one-shack sheebeen out there by Perth somewhere.
The bathroom maybe, but not the bedroom.
But really, you know, they had a ball. Now we know they go down to Glyn a lot and they enjoy their visits down there, but you know, 3 trips to Australia in your senior years is remarkable. I've yet to go there. I've yet to cross the Atlantic to go to the States. But to go down there and spend the winters sounds very posh, very grand, but it really, I think, made the difference between, you know, being sort of just moderately happy in retirement and being exhilarated. And I think it probably extended their years in no uncertain measure. And I think to Mary and Ray in particular, we thank you for all the
Absolutely.
hospitality
Here,
down
here.
there. So I don't know whether that is a household pet, but I know this is one of 2, Harry and Guinness. Marie is big into cats, I'm afraid. And
She married Ray.
so on that happy note, I would like to sort of draw the curtain and wish them well for another, I wouldn't say 50, I think that'd be stretching it.
2,000.
Maybe 30. How about that? So thanks.
Very good.
Not a formality, it's more of a pleasant duty. Are you going to bring in the...
Now,
Girls.
Not the dancing girls.
roll up your legs, ladies.
Just talk amongst yourselves there for 30 minutes.
And so say all of us, for they are jolly good fellows, they are jolly good fellows. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
Here's the champagne now.
In their hands they got the whole world.
In their hands they got the whole world. hands. They got the whole world in their hands. Oh yeah. Ah.
Got champagne in it.
Champagne, has champagne now.
What we'd like to do now is get everybody with a glass of champagne in their hands and we'll toast.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, okay.
No problem.
Cameras points.
Cameras is poised. Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah.
Can you bring up any more light here? Any more light? I say Irish dance.
I think that's
Nice shot, Ray. Nice shot, Ray. Rasta, my camera. I'm not coming back.
Okay, everybody.
What?
Or do we wait till everybody has a glass? We have to wait till everybody.
More champagne. Coming around without champagne.
You all right, Junior?
Yes, sir.
Champagne?
How are you, sweetheart? Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Champagne.
Oh, thanks, Daddy. Harry.
Hurry.
Yours I gave
Ray, you have your champagne, you have. Yes, I do. Yep.
Okay, everybody. Oh, wait, now, a few more glasses coming. Yes.
Again, for the pack. Sorry. Oh, I'll go up this time.
I'm bending the lens here, Father. I'm bending the lens.
Sorry, Ray, no.
Oh, just hurry up.
Hey, no.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Tell you what, the battery's done. Oh, your battery.
Aren't we?
Okay, everybody, I'd like to raise your glasses. All together. Nelly and Jack. Nelly and Jack.
Very good, very good.
Well done, everybody.
And celebrations. We want the world to know how happy you can be. Congratulations.
You're smoking my Havana cigar. May God forgive you.
The world to know how happy I can be.
I wouldn't give it my day job, Philly.
That's my bad side.
Your backside.
Bad side.
Hi, Elisa.
When you see that now, you go, why did I do that? I never see it.
You forgot about it. The camera is too high and you're too low. Right, let's kick this down the arse. The chef, the cuisine of the future. You go for it, my boy. You're going to be fucking... You're going to be fine. Keep that mouth under control. You're going to be fine. Me under control? I'm tired of being under control this evening. There's Philly. One happy family this evening celebrating a very important occasion of the wedding of Jack and Nellie. And it's been a wonderful day for everybody. And as Francis said eloquently earlier on this evening, thank you all for coming here. And I hope you all brought some presents, miserable as they may have been. So we've got some telegrams and faxes to go through, so I shall go through this rather quickly, because those who sent the cards could not be here. Thanks be to God, it saves on the bill. Are you enjoying the crossword puzzle there? So we're going to go through some of these cards for those people who couldn't make it because of financial circumstances. A mass. Sister Phil, are you with us this evening? In spirit at least, yes. The first card is for a mass from Mike and Liz from Kerry. Mike and Liz from Kerry, wishing you all God's blessings and the mass being celebrated in your honour sometime in the future. They probably never paid for it, but anyway. The next card, a lovely card from Clicks on your golden wedding anniversary. To Nell and Jackie, congratulations on the special occasion from Tommy, Louise, Shonay and Kathy Toolan. That's what I said. Well, I've been in Africa too long. Okay, from the Toolan, from the cousins of the Tommy's family, of course. Yes, wonderful, nice card. You can use that again, just don't throw them out. The philosophy of this evening is that he who drinks gets drunk, he who gets drunk goes to sleep, he who goes to sleep does not sin, he who does not sin goes to heaven. So let's all get drunk and go to heaven. Happy anniversary to Nell and Jack, lots of luck. Beautiful.
Come on, Nelly, smile.
Can we have a final kiss for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, please? Ma and Da. No, not with the knife. Oh! The kiss, the Buckingham Palace kiss. Hey!
The pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are falling. It's you, must go and I must bide. Mud coming back, oh, when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
together. We're going to join hands in perfect harmony, try as we may. We're going to sing a song called Molly Malone. And I don't care if you want to go to the presidential elections. The candidates are disastrous. We can't do any worse. Ex-Gardaí from Offaly, will you come on with me? In key of C major. Best city. No beat, there's no tempo, okay. Now can you all join your hands and stop interrupting me when I'm here, darling, lovely ladies. Can you join your elbows together and go like this? If you haven't got elbows, join your legs. If you haven't got legs, well, join whatever you have got. It goes like this. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, come on, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as they each wheeled their barrow through the street broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels alive. Come on, everybody, go! Alive, 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 frying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and sure it was no wonder, as so were her father and mother before, as they each wheeled their barrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. Sing! Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh.
This is for Nev and Jack.
Nelly, Jack. Soft as the voice of the
Soft as the voice of an angel, breathing a lesson unheard. Oh, with a gentle persuasion, whisper their comforting words. Wait till the darkness is over. Wait till the tempest is gone. Oh, for the sunshine tomorrow, after the shower is gone. Whispering, oh, how well my voice in my heart, in its song rejoice. If in dusk of the twilight dim be the regions of fire, will not the deepening darkness rise and never restore? Then when the night is upon us, why should the heart sink away? When darkness like a ruler, watch for the night of day. Whispering, oh, how well my voice in my heart, in song
What, Mary?
We will remember, whenever we remember the way we were, the way we were.
Sit down there.
Down that Mexico way. That's where I fell in love. The stars above came out to play. And now as I wander, my thoughts often stray. South of the border, down Mexico way. She was a picture in old Spanish lace. Just for a tender while I kiss the smile upon her face. It's so. You want me to move, Tom? No. And we were so gay. South of the border, down Mexico way. And as I whispered, mañana, that tomorrow never came. South of the border, I jumped back one day.
I'll show you every time.